Hello everyone, this is Everhard, and today I want to show you, I want to briefly discuss a deck, well, two decks, the original deck and the modifications I did to it, and I want to show you a little game against a little well-known guy known as Yukarin. So I had a game with him, and that was more than that. It was Yukarin. It was kind of a cool game, and it had a special feature of this deck. So I want to show it to you, but it's about him being Yukarin too. Okay, so the deck. It's my buddy's Death Advocate deck, and he's had it a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe. Um, it's a Xerix deck. I think it was 2 weeks ago, actually. It's a Xerix deck, and it's called. I don't remember what it's called, but it has a very good strategical concept, and the cards to allow it to. So what it does is it's basically a cataclysm deck. It's a cataclysmic fault deck. So what it does, and I'll link you to his post so you can see him talking about it. But briefly, it summarize it allows you to have an early game with obelisk, to have your zones of control to protect you, and then to shoot off cataclysm with the combo of reassemble and an obelisk on the board. So on 5 mana, you reassemble the obelisk, and on 6 mana, you play Cataclysm and put down the 0 mana obelisk. So that procs the default immediately. So I don't know who thought about it, but some of us did think about it. I know I thought about it like first day I saw the full expansion out. He thought about it. But if you don't know that, it's a cool trick, and it's very strong. It's very strong. Now, he's got his idea is to have Wind Slicer because he have a lot of obelisks. He put Trigon into, and he put Imara, which is strong, just a strong, solid card. And the basic artifact removal with Rasha's Curse, Whisper because you do have a lot of obelisks, and Superior Mirage because it's really great. And so I played around with it. I didn't find Wind Slicer reliable enough, and in a deck where fishing is already needed, I think it should go. You need to fish for Reassemble. You need to fish for Cataclysm. You can do it all right, but fishing for obelisks too with Wind Slicer a bit much for me. Maybe I'm objectively wrong. Maybe it's superior to my deck, but I don't know. But I decided to remove Wind Slicer. I decided to do away with Trigon, and I'll explain why when I'll get to my deck. Do away with Amara, and put in the following cards. Hold on. I decided to go very similar. You can see. I decided to do away with Amara for more obelisks. I decided to put Third Wish, 3 of them, and a First Wish. So, First Wish, why? Because we need fishing. First Wish, fishes like a son of a bitch. And a lot of times you'd get like a 3 health minions, and your obelisk can only pump out a 2/2 dervish. Bam, that 3 health minion is gone. So yeah, it's not trivial. It's a very good card. Very good card for early game and late game too. Mid game especially too. And Third Wish and another couple of obelisks. Well, why? Well, if you'll see the post of Death's Advocate, if you've seen it, he talks about it, the fact that if your enemy goes into your zone of control, you can really go face. And I played the original deck a bit, and I saw that's true. So I thought, why not have... I had like a bunch of obelisks and a Whisper, so I really did like 15 damage. And I thought, well, man, if I had a finisher right now, it would be done. It would be done. That's where Third Wish comes in, and also it gives you reach, and not for the general in particular, but for targets in the back line. So, because sometimes you can't pull Rush's Curse, or it just won't cut it. So that's very. I think that's very good. And I just had a 10-win streak with it, which I didn't have in a long, long time. Been messing with the hybrid Abyss, which is cool and pretty good, but I can get like 67% with it on a good day. This one, I really lay it in. So enough talk. I'm gonna show you the game I had with Yukarin right now. Look at all these tabs, man. I'm rich with tabs. I'm swimming in tabs. Alright, so there's my lovely streak. And, of course, I won against Yukarin, or I wouldn't show it to you, probably. And I'm going to show you another feature this deck allows, which is a sub-feature of, a subcategory of aggro. We'll see it. Okay, so I start with 2 Blood of Air, Falcius, Third Wish. Not a great hand. So immediately I replace 1 Blood of Air, I'm sure, and Falcius. So I get two 2/2 in where's my lighter? God damn it! Hold on, I can't no smoke. Just 1 second, 1 second. I just had a big meal, man. I gotta smoke a little cigarette. It's you gotta understand that. So he frigid coronas me. I replaced the Third Wish. It's not relevant right now, and I'm fishing for the combo. So I'm laying down 1 Lava Storm Obelisk in the center, so he won't put a minion here. And let's see what he does. Gravity Well, just annoying me. I'm just like, brr. I hate Gravity Well. Oh my god, so disgusting. So, I used the reassemble already because I don't have a lot of options. That's why I'm doing it. I want to draw a card. I get a Fireblaze, which is great. So now I put in the 2-cost. Lava Storm, just to get some protection for my general, basically. Get a posse of 1 guy. And he goes for 5 mana, so we all know what that means. Of course, Luminous Charge. So, at this point, I have 2 Superior Mirages, and I do something a bit odd. I decide to... and he chokes the obelisk too, so there's no dervish coming out. So I decide to Superior Mirage the Luminous because, you know, it's kind of hip to just like explode one of them and then explode all the rest of them. But it really wasn't necessary. It didn't do anything, but I didn't explode them. I don't have an easy way to explode them. So kind of a silly move, pointless. Doesn't matter. Warbird, of course, just to kill my obelisk and do some damage to me. And here's Thunderhorn. So I immediately, of course, Blood of Air it. And at this point, I'm starting to realize I have another reassemble. I have 2 obelisks in hand. I have a Whisper in hand. I could start to get 0-cost obelisks and do a Whisper. So he does some mistake there. I don't know why. I didn't know during the game. So look at this hand. Just obelisk, a Whisper, and reassembles. So I decide to do that. I may have, you'll see, I may have been a bit hasty in the execution, But I decide to go for that. I see he's hungry for that mana tile. He's leaving me alone. He's leaving the mana tile to be taken, but he has got his eye on it. So I drop 2 obelisks, and the fire blaze, the important one for the Whisper, I take back with reassemble. And that way, when I do the combo, I can put a lot of hurt on this guy. So yeah, so now I got 2 obelisks. Now in the next turn, we'll see. I got a little cold feet. We'll see when we get there. So an Iron Shroud too. And Watchful Sentinel. Of course, I know it's the spell one. It's obvious it's the spell one. But I put on First Wish to verify. It turns out it is. And now, instead of just waiting a bit, maybe pulling this obelisk and then going back, I decide to go all in. Not all in. I do go all in. I just whisper and put the obelisks, return that one to hand, and it's just a Dunecaster. And look at this. I do a lot of hurt. Put down the Lava Storm, and just push in a huge amount of damage. Like, look at this, 25, and I think I missed with 1 Dervish. With all the chaos, it was a lot of stuff to push. Do reassemble on this closer obelisk, and he's got 14, and I hit it with this Dervish. Do I hit it? No, I don't think I do, but I did hit it with a lot of stuff, and from 25 hit points to 9 hit points, he Frostburns. He turns my guy into a pet and does Frostburn, and I'm very afraid of the Sentinel. I'm sure he has Hearth Sisters, maybe not in hand probably, but he's got them in his deck, and I'm laughing. I don't know why, but something made me laugh. And this game was kind of a rush. It was really fun. And here I'm kind of doing. I'm being a bit crazy. I put the obelisk down because I got a Whisper. Put down another obelisk. There were a lot of calculations and a lot of time to not calculate. A lack of time to not calculate everything. But okay, the replay is well beyond, well before the game ends. I just I didn't have lethal here. I only had this damage. Look, 1 damage. I only had 1 damage left, but we'll see that if he doesn't kill me right now, I actually have, I think it was Rush's Curse, and I think it was Rush's Curse, and just, no, sorry, I had Third Wish in hand, and I was praying that he would keep 1 obelisk alive so I could get it, and here's the guy, and here's Third Wish, and Kablamo. So here we saw another feature that's possible in this deck with the possibility to take your 0-cost obelisk and do a Whisper. And it sounds cheesy, and it is kind of cheesy, but actually it's a really good finisher even when you put your Cataclysm out. I mean, even after you play the Cataclysm, doing a Fire Blaze and maybe another obelisk and a Whisper, you don't have to have him be 0-cost. But doing that just ensures your victory. It's a great finisher. So in conclusion, this is a really cool deck. I main vet and I didn't play obelisks in a long time. I played mostly golems. So that was fun for me, and I like to thank Death's Advocate for his deck, and I think the modifications I do. He said we talked about it a little bit. He said he loads aggro, so he's kind of good with his deck, I think. But I think the modifications I made really improve it and improve your chances to win and give you multiple strategies. And I think there's more room for improvement. Maybe drop the 2 windstorms. Maybe put Feraloo in. I don't know. Maybe put. Not sure. Not sure. Maybe put something else. I don't know. Anyway, that was a great game, and this is a great deck. Took me to 10 win streaks. I think I climbed a couple of ladder ranks with it. So, thank you very much for watching. I've been Everhard. Stay hard.